Okay guys, I wanted to show you what we can do in DAZ Studio with the tools that we've already got, Sculptris, Wings 3D, Blender. The first thing I'm going to show you to do is go in here and go to this General tab, Mesh Resolution, and make sure you set this to base, and this from 1 down to 0. And then what you want to do is File, Export, and I've already put one in here. We'll just do it anyway. See. And make sure you don't have, you can check no maps, but make sure you have the rest of this checked. And then also make sure this says DAZ Studio. And it'll be kind of big in your other programs, but then it'll import right. So just do it. And I'm going to import it into Sculptris, and I'm not going to go to Paint, and I just want to show you this real quick. Turn the strength up on this. And that's pretty extreme there. And we go to the Scene tab here, which mine's moved. And no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Let's select them. Make sure it says DAZ Studio. You want to give it a different name. Then we go into parameters. You see I've already done a couple. And our morph will show up. So we can make some simple morphs just using Sculptris. However, what I do want to tell you is to pay attention where these bone joints are, where the elbows and the knees are. Don't move those. Okay? Because while you're changing the geometry, you're not changing the bone joints. You're not editing anything in the bone joints. And so you want that to still be able to group there for movement. Otherwise, you're going to run into all kinds of problems. So don't rescale anything. Just make your morphs. And if you have to, you might have to do 2 or 3 morphs to get it right. But you can see, I mean, you want to make a hunchback or whatever, you want to add muscles. I mean, you know, you can, of course, you can get these shaping files, but they cost money, and DAZ is trying to sell stuff. That's why they give away this program for free. But I'm showing you how you can do this without buying all that stuff. But you're going to have to just be careful. And you don't have to go with these groups. You can do the whole thing just like I just showed you. Just make sure you leave the joints in place, because, you know, these are meant to rotate. But, okay, now the next thing you can do is you can make clothing for your character. And this is just a simple suit I made as a starter to make the clothing from. And all I did was extrude from a cube and then shrink wrap that in Blender, and then subdivide that and then shrink wrap it again. This is all quad mesh. Now, one thing we might want to do if you want the girl morphs to work, we need to kind of copy the geometry so that it works better. So I'm going to import the base figure, the same one. And let's turn this off for a second so we can see about where we want to add our geometry. Okay, I'll just say this one right here. And I'm just going to move it free just a hair. And for C, I'm going to hit minus. I'm going to hit minus again. Oops. I just want these ones. Say corner. And I'm going to do my smoothing tool a little bit. Seems like it helps a little bit. Slide those a little bit more. Okay. And that ought to work. Go out of mirror mode. Not mirror mode anymore. Make sure. Okay. File. Export. Wavefront object. Shirt. And we'll go back to parameters, and I'm going to zero this morph out. And I want to import the shirt. Make sure we say Dev Studio on all that. I didn't UV map and paint it or anything. And you'll notice that material, I had it with a little transparency, a little opacity, so that I could see through when I was building that thing. And we can give it a color too. Make it blue, just so we can see it. And then what we do is we go up to here and say Assets, Transfer Utility. Select Genesis, select the shirt, and it says shirt in here, so we'll put that and show options. And it showed to do it like this without the morph targets, and it seems to work better. So that's what I've been doing. And it's going to make a piece of clothing out of this. It'll actually follow the model. Okay. Now if I go into shaping, so just close this tab here, and we go to Genesis. Shaping. That's actually going to conform to the shape. And then, of course, if I go into posing, it's going to pose with the character. So we can make our own clothes, we can make our own morphs,